Hello everyone, a very warm welcome again to the virtual session of chemistry children. I hope you all are doing well and you all are preparing for your board exam hopefully. So as you all know, we have already started with the second term portion and the chapter is carbon and its compound. So what are we going to do today in this session for carbon and its compound? Let us see. We are going to study about the versatile nature of carbon. This is the suggested rational syllabus for you for chemistry children this year. So we have to do it thoroughly. Please understand the concept well. So let us see versatile nature of carbon. Here you are going to see how carbon can form huge number of carbon compounds because of the versatile nature. How carbon so versatile in nature? There are four major criteria we need to discuss in detail. Why carbon can form huge number of carbon compounds where no other elements can form that many number of compounds. Let us see the first property due to which carbon can form huge number of carbon compounds, or it shows versatile nature because of catenation property. This property means the unique property of self-linking of carbon atoms through covalent bonds to form long straight chains, branch chains, ring structure of different sizes. So it is a property of the carbon where it can self-link. Carbon can link to itself through covalent bonding, and you know what is covalent bonding, formed by sharing of electrons. It can form straight chain. As you can see the image over here of normal pentane, that is 5 carbon atom in a straight chain, that is the normal pentane, the N-pentane you can call, that is a straight chain. It can form branch chain, like pentane can become isopentane by branching. The branching you can see over here. You have to draw all these, write down the property of catenation, draw these straight chain, branch chain. So it can branch like this. You can see isopentane with 5 carbon atom. The branching can be seen over here. It can form a closed ring, as you can see on the screen over here, of cyclopentane in the form of circle in a ring form. So it is a cyclopentane, and because of all these, a straight chain, a branch chain and closed ring, it can form these many type of structures because of self-linking property of carbon atoms. This is one of the reason carbon can form huge number of carbon compounds. Carbon is so versatile in nature. I hope you are writing all these children in your notebook. Tetracovalency, that means tetravalency, as you all know, the atomic number of carbon 6. So it has 4 electrons in the valence shell which participate in the chemical bonding, and that's why carbon is tetravalent. And this is the one good reason why carbon is so versatile in nature, can form so many number of carbon compounds. Here you can see it's capable of bonding with 4 other atoms. It can be either carbon or any other element. So because of this, it has a scope of 4 where it can link to any other element or carbon itself. So carbon compounds, that means when it have it bonds with hydrogen, that those compounds are called as hydrocarbons. Here you can see, you can draw the structure of the methane over here. Carbon with 4 hydrogen atom linked, this is called as methane, the first member of the alkane series. So this is tetravalency. Because of this, carbon is so versatile. Next reason for the versatile nature of carbon is tendency to form multiple bonding, double or triple bond with different elements. As you have seen, carbon can form double and triple bond, where we have done the electron dot structure, where sharing of electron takes place and depends upon the number of electron being shared between the carbon atoms, or the carbon atom, or with any other element. So when one pair of electrons share, then one single bond form. 2 pairs of electrons share, double bond, and 3 pairs of electrons share, then triple bond is formed. So because of this one good reason, carbon can form huge number of carbon compounds. You can see over here, carbon single bond, carbon double bond, and carbon triple bond. Please do write all these, draw all these in your notebook children. to make your understanding more clear. Isomerism is such an important property due to which carbon can form huge number of carbon compounds. What is isomerism? Let us learn. This is the fourth property which helps carbon to form large number of compounds. Let us see what is isomerism. First of all, before you understand isomerism, you need to understand the series of alkane. You need to, in your syllabus, at least you need to know first 6 members of the alkane. So here we start. You can have this table in your notebook. We have to do this so that we can name those isomers, and that will be simple for you to name those isomers. Otherwise it becomes difficult how the name comes for the isomers. So before you do isomers, let us see alkane series. The first member is methane, second member is ethane, third member propane, fourth member butane, fifth member pentane, sixth member hexane. This is what recommended in your syllabus. And the general formula, molecular formula for alkane, CnH2n plus 2, where n is a natural number, starts from 1. So when you substitute natural number 1, the first member becomes CH4, second member becomes C2H6, third member C3H8, fourth member C4H10, fifth member C5H12, sixth member C6H14. And when you write the condensed structural formula, you can have CH4, CH3 for the second member. Third member you can write CH3, CH2, CH3. Fourth member you can draw structure like CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Fifth member, that is pentane. Again you can go continue the straight chain CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. You just have to see the valency of the carbon, that is 4, has to be satisfied. And hexane, CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. So that gives CH6H14. So that is the structural formula. And the isomers, the number of isomers exist for methane, ethane and propane. You cannot have isomers because the possibility of branching is negligible. There is no possibility of showing branching in methane, ethane and propane. First 3 members will not show isomers, where isomers actually involves the different structural formula where the carbon compounds show different branching. So here from butane you can have 2 isomers showing 2 different types of branching. Pentane will show 3 and hexane will show 5. So let us see what are isomers. You got a brief idea about the first series or the of alkane, all the series of the alkane, all the members. Now you are familiar with. So you can name isomers. You will be able to understand how the structural formula differ, how the structure differ in isomers. So isomerism, compounds having the same molecular formula but different structural arrangement of atoms in them are known as isomers, and the phenomenon is known as isomerism. So carbon compounds like butane, pentane, hexane, apart from existing in a straight form, they can branch out to give a different type of compound. The structural formula will differ, the structural arrangement will differ. The same molecular formula, but you can do the arrangement differently. That is actually isomerism. So isomers of butane, that is C4H10, obtained by rearranging the carbon and the hydrogen atoms. You can see first butane in a straight chain. Here you can draw this C in a straight chain, 4 carbon atom in a straight chain with bonding of hydrogen atoms. All the valency, 4 valency of each atom of carbon is satisfied. That's why it is a saturated carbon compound, that is alkane. So we will go for when a molecular formula represents 2 or more structures having different properties. Example, butane. So you have seen normal butane, how it existed. You can see 4 carbon atom in a straight chain, that is normal butane or N-butane. And it can exist also as isobutane, where one of the carbon atom can attach to the middle carbon atom and it shows branching. That is called as isobutane. So the molecular formula remains C4H10, but you can show the structural arrangement in two ways. This is where you understand isomerism. So the structure arrangement of the butane can be N-butane, you can see over here on the screen, as well as isobutane, where it will show branching. So these two type of structural arrangement is possible. Therefore butane shows two isomers, whereas isomers of hexane C6H14, molecular formula remains C6H14. How it can exist? Let us see how many it will have. It will have 5. Here you can see the carbon skeleton. To make it more clear to you, I have shown you all carbon skeleton as well. So carbon-carbon can form a straight chain in the first, that is a normal hexane. Then in the second, you can show the branching with the second carbon atom, attach one more carbon atom. You can show like this, that is 3-methyl pentane. Then the third arrangement can be 2-methyl pentane. So as you number from the left hand side, if you start, you get 2-methyl pentane. Right hand side you start with, you get 3-methyl pentane. And when fourth arrangement, you can see it will show 2,3-dimethyl butane. Then the fifth arrangement, you can see 2 carbon atom, the methyl group, you can say, attached to the second carbon atom, 2,2-dimethyl butane. So this kind of arrangement you can have. And you can have normal butane, you can have 3-methyl pentane, you can have 2-methyl pentane, you can have 2,3-dimethyl butane. When you are naming this, you have to see the number of carbon atom in a straight chain. So if you have 4 carbon atom in a straight chain, it will be a butane. If you have 5 carbon atom in a straight chain, that will be a pentane. So if we have not done IUPAC nomenclature, which is not suggested in your syllabus, which will give you a better idea of naming this carbon compound. But you just have to understand, count the number of carbon atom in the straight chain. So the parent name will be according to the number of carbon atom in the straight chain. First one is a normal hexane, when you have 6 carbon atom in a straight chain. So normal hexane. Then you have a straight chain where you have 5 carbon atom and in a straight chain. Then one attachment you see of methyl group. You can attach this methyl group to any one of the carbon atom, taking care of the valency, and then show the branching. So 5 carbon atom in a straight chain, pentane. Then again arrangement can change. Then it can be 2-methyl pentane, or it can be the fourth arrangement where you have 4 carbon atom in a straight chain. 2-methyl group will change the position, will give you 2,3-dimethyl butane. The number locates, the number over here which we are using is for the location of the methyl group or any other group which you are attaching to the carbon atom. Whether you start numbering from left hand side or right hand side, it depends upon that. Then you have 2,2-dimethyl butane, where you have again 4 carbon atom in a straight chain, and you have 2-methyl group attached to the second position of the carbon atom. That's why 2,2-dimethyl butane. You just have to understand these are the 5 isomers of hexane. I hope this is very clear with you all. So let us go for next. You can do a correction over here for the third carbon compound, that is the isomer. You can do the arrangement to the middle carbon atom, then it will become 3-methyl pentane, and the second one is actually 2-methyl pentane. So do that correction, children. The second one should be named as 2-methyl pentane, and the third one you shift to the middle carbon atom, you shift the methyl group to the middle carbon atom, then it gives you 3-methyl pentane. So this is how you can shift the carbon atom, the methyl group, to a particular numbered carbon atom in the straight chain, and you can get these many isomers. Just do that correction, children. So the assignment for you will have pentane. You have to try 5 carbon atom in a straight chain. First you show, please satisfy all the valencies of the carbon atom with the help of hydrogen atoms. So hydrocarbon, that is pentane, that is alkane, that is the assignment for you. You find out how many isomers pentane can have, how many structural arrangement of the atoms you can have. I hope you will be able to do after so much of discussion on isomers. Please try this for assignment. Thank you, children. So here we had come to an end of the session. I hope the concepts are clear with you all. Please do write in your notebook. Please do draw all the structures, and please keep your notebook updated. Thank you again and have a wonderful day.